Hey y'all, welcome to the monthly energy report. I'm Peyton and I'm joined by Corey and Yaila. And in today's video, we're going to be bringing you the energy report for October, which I'm sure is not good to disappoint. So if you have ever seen our energy reports videos before, you know how we roll. So we are going to bring you the energy reading for the month from 3 different perspectives. So Corey is going to start us off by telling us what is going on with the astrology for October. Then Yaila is going to tap in and do a live reading of the collective energy. And then I will wrap things up by bringing you a channeled message from the Pleiadians. So Corey, why don't you kick us off today?
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to October. September was, I don't know about you, but for me, it was like nonstop. So it was a pretty interesting September. So October, like Peyton said, is not going to disappoint. So the astrology report for October is we have the first half is in Libra, and that is the scales of justice and harmony and balance and love, which is nice. It's an air sign. And then the second half is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is water, and it rules hidden secrets, excessive power, transformation. Gosh, I just can't help but do that. Anyways, transformation. So we still have quite a few planets in retrograde. We have Saturn that is, it's retrograde in Pisces. So have you been romancing the past? Don't do that. Saturn is about chop wood, carry water, and it's a review from the first half of the year. Got a reprieve for a while, and now we're going back into some other retrogrades. Neptune will go into Pisces as well on the 22nd, and it's about our spiritual journey. Are you implementing that daily practice, that spiritual journey, or are you practicing escapism? It's a choice. And Uranus is also retrograde in Gemini. So that fast-moving planet, and Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, which is, communication, the twins, yes, no, maybe so, air sign. Then Pluto is still retrograde, ruler of the underground and ruler of Aquarius. It's still retrograde until the 22nd. And I'll get into that in a moment. So, October it won't disappoint. It's about still some reflection, but there's a lot of things being revealed. And I'll tell you about it now. So, October 6th, we have Mercury in Scorpio. Mercury is the mind. It's the way that our mind works. Scorpio is water. Scorpio is those deep hidden secrets. So when Mercury's in Scorpio, Mercury is the mind, but it's also the communicator. So I would imagine that some deep hidden secrets are going to be revealed. That communication of what's been hidden, maybe even abuse of power. We've been seeing that. That's going to continue in October. It's difficult for Scorpio to communicate when it's in Mercury, unless you really like those deep communication, deep conversations. Mercury and Scorpio is all about that. But it's usually the conversations or the communications that are difficult to have when it's in Scorpio. We have a full moon also on the 6th in Aries. So Aries is the self. It's the warrior. And so it's a good time to release the destructive self-will, because Aries can be very self-will. Aries is fire. It can just act really fast without thinking or pausing or listening to the inner intuition. So this full moon is very strong. All of the full and new moons for the rest of this year are going to be intense. Not just the moons the rest of the year, but it's a good time to release that anything that's your destructive self-will, those habits that make you just go, I want it now, boom. And try to implement the pause. Listen to your inner self. Because that's what all that Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, North Node in Pisces is all about. The inner self, the spirit body, the spirit self. And dreaming. But Aries needs that pause. So if there's anywhere in your life where you have self-sabotage by destructive self-will, not listening, my way or the highway, it's a good time to look at that and release it. Then on the 13th, Venus goes into Libra. Oh, it's yummy. Venus rules Libra, and it's one of the signs that it rules. And Libra is about harmony and balance and love and relationships. And it's also the scales of justice. So on the big world stage, we're probably going to see some scales of justice coming about, because we already have, but we'll be seeing more of that. Then on the 13th, also, Pluto goes direct, dun, 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 into Aquarius. Pluto is those hidden secrets. So the hidden secrets regarding humanity, the collective, are all going to be brought out, because when the planet goes direct, when it's retrograde, we review, rewind, redo, but it's going to go direct. So all the things that have been coming out, that those hidden secrets about humanity, and what's not serving the collective, it's going to come out. Then on the 21st of October, we have a new moon in Libra. So Libra is about that harmony and that balance. Libra wants everyone happy. If not everyone is happy, then the Libra's not happy. One of the big things that Libra needs to work on is self-love. Loving the self and still being able to be in a relationship, because Libra will sacrifice themselves wholeheartedly for a relationship. So it's a good time to manifest that self-love, within yourself. Not forget about yourself, self-nurture. Instead of giving your power away, Libras can give their power away. And when a Libra can love themselves and not be afraid to be their own authentic self, that's when life is good for a Libra. And for all of us, really. So, from the 22nd to the 26th, we have some grand trines. Grand trines are those God's blessings that are given to us. And they have to be in the same element: air, water, fire, earth. From the 22nd to the 26th of October, we have a grand trine. We have 3 grand trines, actually, in water. So, it's going to be very emotional. And also being in Scorpio, deep emotions. Use these emotions for healing, not for taking them out into the world and blaming everybody else, or, flooding everyone with your emotions. But it's meant to heal. It is God's gift for all of us to heal those wounds, because we've all had a lot of them, whether it's a lifetime or just even the last 5 years, 1 year, 1 month. Okay, so take that opportunity to not escape from those feelings, but allow them to come up and notice what needs to be healed. All right. Also on the 22nd, Neptune, it's already retrograde, but it's going to retrograde back into Pisces because it was retrograde in Aries. Now it's in Pisces. So it's its ruling planet. So, I mean, have you chosen spirituality? Like we've been talking about for years. Or have you chosen escapism? Over the last, year, I've seen there's been a lot of escapism. And understandably, but the opportunity is there for your game of spirituality to be upped, to the energy is there. So it's that last pass before it moves fully into Aries to take a look at your spiritual practice and recognizing your soul. Most of us do our whole life without realizing, gosh, we have a soul too. It's important, just as important as our physical body. And then also the sun will go into Scorpio. Dun, dun, dun. No. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. So in order to transform, that sun is going to be shining some light on some hidden truths, whether it's on the world stage, the collective, or your own hidden truths. Because we're battling with that Pisces and not trying to not do any escapism. Those hidden truths will come to light and let them come up, heal them. It's all about cleansing, clearing, healing. All right? And then on the 29th, I have this natally, Mercury is going to go into Sagittarius. So that's a fire sign. So Mercury, the mind, the communicator, Sagittarius has a tendency to have open mouth, insert foot syndrome. Sagittarius rules, adventure and philosophy, but also truth bombs. Expect some major truth bombs to start coming out at the end of October. So October is, it's a ramped up month. It's very emotional. Remember to love yourself, love others. You may not like what you see coming out in the world or coming out within yourself. It's the opportunity to heal, cleanse, clear, and move forward. So that's what the astrology is all about for October. What about you, Yaila?
Thank you, Corey. I always love to hear the astrology updates. So my name is Yaila. I'm an intuitive teacher and guide, and I do the collective reading. Usually I have my eyes closed from time to time, so let me just tap into your energy really fast. Okay, and I always like to ask for a blessing. Creator of all that is, it's commanded and requested to please bring forth the information and healing and any truth for your highest and best good. Please guide me with clarity and accuracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm getting a really beautiful bright peach color for the collective for October. Let me just ask what that represents. And I'm hearing the two words clarity and chaos. So for the month of October, there's going to be bringing in a lot of truth being revealed. It's going to bring you clarity with a little bit of chaos. Let me just dive into what is helpful for you to know for the month of October 2025. So there's a theme that I've been seeing a lot in the collective, and it has to do with our patterns of behavior. For a lot of energy workers, light workers, there is this people pleaser vibration that we are letting go of pretty much this whole past year, but really the last couple years, and it's really gaining momentum now moving forward. I'm hearing through most of 2026 as well. So there is a people pleaser aspect that you are starting to see the truth of, starting to have clarity of, and the chaos that's going to be stirred around that is holding your boundaries once you see how you've been showing up and what the world is responding and reflecting back to you is actually going to give you so much clarity and so much insight, but it's also going to come with a little bit of chaos. And this is going to be not just on a personal level, but on a collective level. And so what's helpful to know for the month of October is truth being revealed, having the courage to really see, know, feel, trust the truth. And this is truth with a capital T. So no matter what is going on, no matter how you try to spin the scenario or the story, or somebody else is trying to do that with you, the truth is going to shine through really, really clearly. And Corey mentioned a lot about escapism. What I'm also seeing, and this is tying into the next question I like to ask, is what to watch out for. So what to watch out for is escapism. And this has been a theme, kind of an underlying belly theme for this month, or excuse me, not just this month, but for this year of 2025, this underbelly of escapism. And so if you have, or maybe people in your life have been using distractions to deflect and escape the truths coming to the surface, there's going to be, and there has been, I think it's come up in a couple of our last monthly energy readings, but that escapism, that distraction, that disassociation, deflecting, dismissing, anywhere we are not fully stepping into our truth, seeing the truth in others, and trying to escape with whether it is substances, legal, not legal, prescription, not prescription, anywhere we're trying to escape, deflect from those truths, it's going to become so unbearable that those old ways of trying to cope and work with that escapism is not going to work like it used to. And I think this has come through in other readings before. So what to watch out for is escapism and the ripple effect of people who are choosing the two sides, right? Those confronting their truths and seeing the truths and showing up with those boundaries, that discernment, that intuition, and those people who have chosen to continue to escape, because there is this separation of consciousness that's happening on the planet right now. It has been for a while, and different people are having a different level of that reality right now. So there is going to be a little bit of chaos and clarity combined with these truths coming to the surface. So watching out for escapism for the month of October. Last thing I'd like to ask is what else is helpful for you to know? Any last messages for you, the collective, for October 2025? So let's see what they bring in. I'm hearing it can be easy. So our perception of the truths we are seeing, the reality being shown to us, our truth, because it's not just about the collective, what happens on one level, the micro and the macro. So if it's happening on a personal level, it's usually happening in the collective. And so it can be easy, meaning if you have a belief that everything is happening for you, it's all happening for your highest and best good, your highest alignment, you will start to see the lessons and the magic in whatever clarity and chaos is coming up. However, if you also, on the flip side of that, if there has been some of that escapism and we're starting to believe that everything is going to crap, like everything's falling apart, all of it's bad, we're trying to either control or hang on too tightly for situations changing and moving, we're going to have a hard time. And I was reminded when I was a health coach, one of the big things that we learned is our body chemistry will actually give similar chemicals in our scenario or in our body based off of what we're experiencing. So for example, when you're stepping into something new or trying something different that you've never tried before, there can be a level of being afraid or scared or nervous. There's kind of that anxious energy that we feel. But at the same time, if we are believing that, no, this is exciting, this is fun, this is, what I want to step into, it's the same chemicals that our body is releasing in both of those scenarios. It's just the belief of what our mind is telling us about that scenario. And so my guides want to give you that analogy of it can be easy based on what you are telling yourself about what is showing up. So no matter what ugly shadow truth is being revealed to you, whether it's a pattern within yourself that you are ready to change and transmute, or if it's a pattern from other people, places, and things coming into your reality, all of it's happening for our highest and best good. So it can be easy if you let yourself believe that and let your mind shift to how do we operate and how do we look at the scenario based off of knowing that baseline belief that it's happening for your highest and best good. It can be easy for you. So that is what I have for the month of October. Miss Peyton, what do the P's have to say?
Thank you so much, ladies. I always love to hear your readings. So exciting. Hey, y'all, I'm Peyton, and so I've got a little message for you for the month of October from our Pleiadian friends. And the first thing that the P's had to say about the October energies is that this is a time of transformation, which is what Corey started us off with. So what they are talking about is, of course, the planetary energies that we are all feeling in our bodies right now. So these energies are shaking loose anything that is not a match to our timeline. So anything out of balance, anything that is pulling us in the wrong direction is going to be lighting up like a neon sign. So according to the P's, October is going to be a month for getting back to basics. And it's going to be really helpful in these energies to keep it simple. So if you are someone right now who is feeling that like things are a little bumpy in your life, a little choppy, the P's wanted us to know that October is an opportunity for us to use this choppiness to make jumps in consciousness. So what may look on the surface to be some dumpster fires in our personal life or in the world around us, it is just the universe showing us what has to go. Because as the P's have been telling us for about 5 years now, there are certain things that cannot go with us to 5D. They just can't. And so anything that we are holding on to that can't go with us is going to start getting very noisy. So the key to moving through the October energies is to use these little dumpster fires in our life as fuel, right? And so one of the best ways to do this is to pull into your heart anything that is going wrong, anything that is falling apart, anything that you cannot find the answer to, anything that is stressing you out. We want to go back to the favorite tool of the Pleiadians, which is to just pull that thing into your heart. Send it love. As you do that, you do a couple things. First of all, you turn that struggle over to your higher self. You just let go of the wheel. Another thing that happens is you dissolve all the resistance around that topic. So whatever that is that you are fighting with, by pulling it into your heart, sending it love, you dissolve your resistance. And your resistance is the only thing that was keeping it in your life in the first place. So one of the best ways to move through these energies is not to fight them. Because anything that is showing up as a problem in our life right now, anything that is not working, breaking down, going sideways, it's just the universe showing us where we have energy going in the direction of what we don't want. So these energies are really helpful if we use them the way they're intended. But in these energies that are moving so quickly, we want to let go gracefully, because if we are trying to cling to something that the universe is trying to separate us from, it's not going to go great. As the Pleiadians always like to tell me when I'm being a little stubborn, Peyton, the energies are going to win. So you may as well let go with grace, because we can't fight these energies. They are strong for a reason. It is separating us from those things that are holding us back. So if we look at these little struggles coming up in our life right now, these little dumpster fires, they are really golden eggs. They are the chance for us to reclaim lost energy. So anything that is breaking down is just the universe showing you where you're carrying dead weight. So the sooner we let go of these things, pull them into our heart, send them love, turn them over to the part of us that knows the answer, we move through these energies much more easily, and we start to make very rapid jumps in consciousness. So whatever is looking a little sloppy in your life right now, whatever may be looking a little messy, is just the universe showing you where you have some work to do. Because as the P's love to tell us, the external world is just a reflection of your energy, of your internal landscape. So we always have the chance to turn it around. And October is going to be a great opportunity for us to do that. So October is going to be a month of transformation. It is going to be a month of clarity after what feels for a lot of us like months of wandering through a fog. Feels like we've been in a bit of a void for a long time. We're going to be starting to get very clear on where we are going, what our next steps are. And as the P's wanted us to know, if we use these energies as they were intended, using it as fuel instead of fighting against the universe, October is going to be a month of magic and miracles. So that is what the P's had for y'all for the October energies. Ladies, anything else jumping up that you want to throw in the pot? No, we've covered it.
Well, I just wanted to say we need to transform those dumpster fires.
Yes.
It's a month
Love the dumpster. Oh, Corey, your laugh gives me life.
Dumpster fires. Love it.
Yep, pretty much sums it up.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much. Oh, sorry, Corey, I jumped in on you. All right, well, thank you so much, y'all, for joining us for our monthly energy report. We are so grateful that you guys tune in, and we hope these help you. That is certainly our goal. So thank you for your likes, your follows, and your shares. We always appreciate it. And make sure you join us next month for the November energies. We'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.